Hello, and welcome to the final Create Your Own Tardis series. In this we're going to be adding the finishing touches to our dematerialization thing, and also we're going to be making the light fade in and out, and the light is the first thing we're going to do. First I'm just going to let's just see what it looks like that in render. Halfway through the kind of dematerializing. See, that's really quite strange. So, what we need to do on, later on is make this orange block fade out first, and also we want the light to fade out first. So, but for now, let's just do the lights kind of little kind of emit thing. So let's hide this transparency tab for now, and now the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to have it the emit at 0. So when if I hover over the emit, making sure I'm on frame 1 and press I, there we go. See, it turns yellow, that means it's locked in place. Now if I go to frame 20, turn the emit up to 1, and do the same. Then go to 40. See, it's already got other frames, that is the transparency, don't worry about that. Now if we turn it back down to 0, make sure we're on frame 40, do that. Frame 60. Actually, no, we don't need to go that far. All we need is the three frames. If I've got a bit of a lisp, by the way, that will be because I've now got braces in. Yippee! Now, anyway, let's get on with this. So, we are on the Tardis, and we're on... So let's hide the other ones. And I'm on light. Would it be materials? It would be materials, wouldn't it? Right. Excuse me for this, because I'm not quite sure what's happening. Right, here we are. Right. It's in black. Oh there. Right. Very sorry, I've been animating the wrong texture. Hopefully you did the right one. Shoot me. Right, now, so I'm just gonna undo that very, very quickly. Alt I, Alt I. Yeah. So remember yourself, if you did the same thing as me, that next time you need to make sure you select the right colour first. Stupid me. Right, now, frame 1, emit value 0, frame 40, actually yeah, we only do need up to frame 40, emit value 0, and frame 20, emit value, not 32, 1. Emit value 1. There we are. So frame 20, emit 0. Frame 1, emit 0. Frame 20, emit 1. And frame 40, emit 3. So it will be fading out slightly before, it will be emitting faster than the Tardis is fading out. Right, so now, in our light tab, now let's go in here, let's enlarge it by doing Control up while our cursor is in this area. So, sorry if I didn't mention that before. Anyway, so here we are. We have our thing here. That is our thing. And we want it to be... So with this selected, emit with in brackets light. Now let's bring up N, Let's add a modifier and add cycles modifier. So now if we shrink this, control down arrow. Now I think if we're on here, render it on frame 0, and our light will be, it won't be on frame 20, render again, the light should be lit up. Now, just need to let it do its thing for a moment. Now, you can't really see the difference here, but I think it has lit up. Yeah. I don't think these will really work together very well, but it's nice to have it there anyway, just for the little touch, even if you don't really see it. So now, what we need to do is we need to get the light of the Tardis, the lamp, and the interior block, which we can't really see here, to fade out earlier than the TARDIS, right. TARDIS, right. Anyway, so if we do this, we get the TARDIS light texture here, in the corner down here, and we have the transparency. And what we're going to do is where the transparency of this turns to 0 at 40 here, we are going to make it 100. No, sorry, 1. Both of them. So turn them up to 100 and select I once hovering over each of them. And this one, going to make 0. So actually, this is actually fading out at exactly the same time that it's emitting. So right now, so what we want to do probably is turn the emit value to 1 at something like 10. And do that. And then to 0 here, just to keep it all even. Yeah. So there we are. Right, so that fades out to there, and then fades back in, and that's earlier than the TARDIS. But actually, we don't want it fading back in until the TARDIS fades back in. So we actually want it fading back in at exactly the same time, maybe. So remove the ones here at 40, the alpha and specularity, by hovering over them, doing Alt-I. Now going here, frame 80, turn it to alpha 1 by going over them, pressing 1, going over them, pressing 1. So now let's have a look at that. So that fades out slightly earlier, but it's actually fading back in too early. So I'm going to make it 100 that this fades back in. And fade it out there. So fading out there, fading out. Okay, so by doing that, I reckon, I mean, it's still not quite doing it, is it? I mean, it's fading out slightly earlier. So at this point, at which before, the light was pretty distracting because it went through the rest of the TARDIS. See, it still kind of does it. Well, anyway, what I reckon is we actually want the alpha and specularity fading out even earlier here, So we want it about 10. We want it fading out. So I mean, you could experiment with this yourself for as long as you like, till you get it just right. And actually what I'm going to do here is at frame 70 as well, I'm going to make the alpha 0 for the light and the specularity 2, and then at 80 I'm going to turn the specularity and alpha up and keyframes, which means I can take up this frame here for both of them. So that means it fades out early, and then it doesn't fade back in until later. Like that. Now, the next thing we want to fade out is the... Oh, sorry. Is the cube thing. So, right, let's... Basically we just want to do the same thing then. So, oh, we've got the cube selected. Once we've got the cube selected, the interior light, we want to, instead of fading it out before, like we did, we want to, at 10, we want it fading out, we want it, sorry, fading completely out, and at 70, we want it still fading out, so alpha and specularity to 0, and we want to take out this middle frame. There we are. So now the middle light fades out as well. So hopefully, if we look at this, now that is looking a bit strange at times, but hopefully it won't in the render. So if we go to something like frame 30 in the render, you can see that it is just the... It does look just like the Tardis is fading out. We can't see through it and any of the strange features. I mean, it does look a bit strange, but it's the best we can do at the moment. So there it is. Tardis fading in and out. Now we want to render this. So if we go, make sure it's starting at 1, ending at something like, we want it about twice. We want it fading in and out, so it's fading back in at 170. So let's end it at 170, typing it in here, and want to call it Tardis materialize, and there we are. So that is pretty much it for the Create Your Own Tardis series. Now I'm going to render this, and then I'm going to show you the outcome. Obviously I'm going to skip the rendering for you, so you don't have to watch it render on mine as well as yours. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let's get rendering. Now this is my animation in Windows Media Player. I'm playing it. That's just by double clicking on the file, and if I just play it again, you can see there are some things that aren't quite right with it. I mean, the background keeps flashing, no, sorry, the orange interior light keeps flashing, and so does the light, which we don't, actually no, the light maybe not so much, although maybe, but anyway, which we need to sort out, or could sort out, but I'm sure you'll be able to work that out by yourself and be able to add certain things in. I mean, if you prefer, you don't even have to have the interior lighting, and there's probably a way you could find out how to make the top light not do, not appear strange when the thing's fading out. But anyway, so here is our final animation. Here is our Tardis, and this is the end of the series. So I'd like you to comment if you'd like. You can post all your Tardises up, video responses. It doesn't have to be like this. You can have it in a little animation you've done, or just show me a link to a video thing or something you've used it in, and that would be great. Also comment what you thought of the series, what you thought of this video, and also if there's anything else you'd like me to do next. It can be anything really, but if you'd like maybe something sci-fi related or fantasy related, I suppose, maybe even a Dalek or a Cyberman, something like that. I'll try my best to get round to doing it, and see you then. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.